Alright, sweet, we're live. Sorry about that, guys. Right, you're gonna have to bear with me. I've never done anything like this before. And, right, first of all, I'll show you what setup I've got going on here. Look at that. Toilet rolls on... I don't have a tripod for my phone. This is the only way that I can get any good quality live streaming. Just checking the chat. Can you hear me alright? Yo. What's good, everyone? You can hear me. Good. Oh, sweet. I can see it on the phone as well. Right. Hello, everyone. I'm just getting the camera set up in position. Hand reveal. There we go. I pray that this is not full. Oh, my days. Right. I'll answer any questions you guys got in a minute. I'm just trying to set it up. Will that do for now? In terms of, like, can you see what's going on? If I was to, like, animate like this. If I don't get my face in shot. Like that. If I was to, like move them like that, for instance. Would that be okay? Decent view? Yeah, sweet. Okay. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to animate a few matches for future NLW episodes. It's not really much spoilers to be seen, to be honest. I mean, there are a few new people added, but any major storylines, I'm not showing any titles on screen, so you're not going to find out if anybody's still champion or whatever. I'm just going to animate a couple of matches, fill in the finishes in after the live stream, but it's just to give you an idea of the setup of things. And if you hear a whirring in the background, it's my fridge. The setup, at the moment, it's in the kitchen, because this is my university house. I've got a better setup at home, but at the moment I'm having to make do with this. I've brought everything here, and at the moment I'm the only one in the house. My housemates aren't back yet, so I thought it'd be a perfect opportunity to live stream for you guys. So before we kind of get started, I'll just go through the chat briefly. So, yeah, basically, I'm filming now. Right. Yeah, this will be archived, it'll be put on the channel and everything. For the floor mats, it's, I think it's just card, and like the Hell in the Cell stuff. Yes, I'm going to get the new Walter figure, I pre-ordered it. Favourite wrestler? Jeff Hardy. I'll get into the animation, I'll check with the chat, and I'll kind of try and go back and forth. So if it's a bit too off-key and a little bit too, I don't know, rambly, then I apologise. I've not really done anything like this before. But to be honest, it's good to see 46 of you guys. That's a lot to be presenting to. But yeah, as you can see, I've got my camera stuff set up here. I've got a bloody peg on the floor. I'm going to try my best not to swear, because when I'm on my own, the swears might be coming out full force, but I'm going to try and keep my patience. Hopefully nothing goes too wrong, but we shall see. I'll start off, by the way, this episode that I'm going to film, it's not going to be released until like January. I'm really ahead of schedule, so it gives me time to do some of the new pay-per-view pick-fed matches I've been doing. But first match, how's Daniel Bryan versus Bobby Lashley sound? I'm adding Bobby Lashley to NLW. Let's do it. So, basically I've got my notes here in this little notepad. And if I can find it... Yeah, so you might not be able to see that. But I've got written out... Oh dear. Yeah, I've got written out all the matches, move by move. So that's kind of how I go about my process. I'll answer a few more questions. Wow, there's a lot of questions. If I don't get to answer all of these questions, leave them in the comments once this is archived, and I'll try and answer as many as possible. So, right. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to get the new Walter figure, just pre-ordered it today. I am getting the AEW figs as well, because I pre-ordered them, but I'm in the UK, so I'm not getting them until September. But I have already pre-ordered the Series 2 wave as well. They're going like hotcakes as well. No face reveal. Alright, I'll give you a I'll give you a thumbs up reveal. How about that? Thank you for subscribing. Am I in need of any customs? Not at the moment. I've actually just bought a couple of customs. I can't remember his name. But I will, obviously, if you follow me on Instagram, at NLWstagram, I will shout that guy out once I've got the customs from him. I ordered a Hiromu, Ricochet, and, who else did I? AJ Styles. So they're quite good. But Lucas Wrestling Customs UK, I'll give you a shout out because you do some pretty good customs, and I might buy from you in the future. So check him out on Instagram. NXT Universe is quite difficult as it is. Play any wrestling games? I recently started playing SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 again, so that was fun. SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 is my favourite of all time, but not really recently. Thank you, Spam Wrestling, for the kind words. I don't think Tyler Bate's in there at the moment. No. Bate versus Volta, one of my favourite matches of all time. My day's going alright. It's a bit late here, but it's, yeah, I'm just trying to get through. There are a lot of comments. Let's see, anything new? Favourite AEW figure? I haven't got them in my hands yet, but I'm waiting to see if I can get my hands on them. Am I getting any of those new basics? I have pre-ordered the Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt, and that Mia Yim looks pretty sick as well. Hello GSD Wrestling as well. Well, how often will I do these live streams? Well, this one's quite a pain to set up as it is, but this one seems like there's a fair few people here, so I might do them more regularly every so often, just because I've got uni and stuff. That's why I'm banking. That's why these episodes are being released in January, is because of how much I want to get done before I actually have to do, uni work and stuff for my third year, which is, it's going to be a lot of work, but I'm hoping to balance it. I'm trying to grow the channel, as you know. I'm kind of trying to edge close to 30,000 subs, but we'll see if I can do it. I'm grateful for you guys being here. Sweet. Right. I guess. Yeah, I pre-ordered it from the Bray from Wrestling Shop, I believe, because I had some credits on there, and I pre-ordered the Matt Riddle and the R-Truth and Drake Maverick as well. Right. I'll read through any comments as well in a bit. I'll just get through the animation for the starters. I hope my face doesn't reveal on camera, but it'd be an awkward slip-up if I did. So, yeah. It's kind of weird, because usually I'm just on my own animating, so it might be difficult. If I go silent for long periods of time, I do apologise. I should be okay. However, I'm new to this. We'll see how long I go for. I mean, it's been, what, 10 minutes already? I'll see how I'm doing in an hour. If people are still interested, I'll keep going for a bit longer maybe. But yeah, we'll start off with Daniel Bryan and Bobby Lashley. But here we go. By the way, cheeky plug, Patreon. I've just got that up and running. If you pay like $6, you'll get to request a match. You'll get early access to stuff. In fact, right now, I think for at least $3, you can get access to the first 4 episodes of NLW. So if you do want to go to my Patreon, I've already got one Patreon, and I'm currently in the process of organising a match for them, and I've planned it all out, and I'm going to do it soon. So shout out to Remy Montoya, because that's also what you're going to get, regular shout outs on NLW episodes and in descriptions and stuff. If you can't afford Patreon, that's fine as well. It's just something extra I'm trying to offer you guys. But if you want it as a one-off, then it's there. But yeah, so let's get into the animating for now. Actually, before I do, I'll read a few more comments. Yeah, I procrastinate quite a lot. That's why I'm trying to get it all done in this. I'm not looking to sell any stuff at the moment. Yeah, sweet. All right, I'll start right now. Get their gear off. So I don't know when Lashley's actually going to be debuting, but this won't be his first match. I think I've done all the NLW episodes up until December. The same with Metal, and a few more. However, I am waiting on the AEW figures to arrive because I pre-ordered them, and I will be using those hopefully in the next few weeks. I'm waiting for the Young Bucks AEW figures, because I want to do a match with them and the New Day that I was supposed to do at WrestleMania, but obviously that was postponed. So I'm waiting on those figures, and the same with Kenny Omega, because obviously he's a big part of NLW, and I'm hoping that, you know, I can get him in time to potentially continue his feud with The Undertaker. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see if they get here on time, but, you know, it's not the end of the world if they don't. I've made plans for it at least. Right, and also, any questions, I'll animate for like 5 minutes or so, and any questions you have, like, just leave them in the comments and I'll go through them. And I'll kind of just like go along. I'll try and do a running commentary. By the way, if you've got any questions that like require like a long-winded answer, I can always do it while I'm setting up here. But yeah, it's so tricky. It's tricky to multitask. I'll be honest. How am I doing so far? By the way, am I a dynamic host? Am I doing all right? Let me know. Yeah, and the light source is a bit naff, because I've got my kitchen light up there, and the backlight behind it. But, I don't know, it should be okay. I'm excited for you guys to see Saturday, episode 74. You can get it early on Patreon, and again, I'm plugging the hell out of that channel. Oh, the fridge is finally shut up. Okay. Again, if this match comes out and it looks a bit off, then you'll know why, because I've been multitasking the making of it. So what I'll generally do is I'll take a couple of intro shots of each of them after the commentator guy has done his rundown of the shots. So this will be the main event of probably like episode 80 something, I reckon. And now, yeah, I'll get the camera in position. I wonder how that's looking on there. Yeah, that's looking decent. You can see the camera there as well. So that's decent. Right. Oh, okay, right. My writing as well is so small. I don't know if you can see it. But it calls for punches to start off with. And if the audio levels are a bit off as well, it's because I'm doing it from my phone and I'm moving back and forth, so I apologise for that as well. But, let's see. Yeah, it's looking okay. Let's get into it. I'll keep checking the time. About 1:15, I'll go through my through the comments. But yeah, keep up the chat and stuff. How many people now? 46 viewers. Nice. Again, big thanks to all of you who are like watching. You can dip in and out. I won't be offended. But yeah, it will be archived. So if you do want to skip through it later, you can. But if you want, just put it on. You know, in the background or whatever else you're doing. By the way, speaking of wrestling, what did you guys think of the NXT last night? The Iron Man? Because I thought it was okay, but I kind of felt a bit cheated by the finish. Because you're sitting there watching, well, I say 60 minutes, because most of it was ads. And then I just skipped through the picture-in-picture. And then it was kind of, I don't know. Obviously, I want to see Balor and Cole fight again, but I don't know. They're advertising a new champion. You spend 60 minutes watching a match, and then they just say, "Oh, find out next week." It just feels like a bit of a con. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. And I've got a very quick pace of animation as well, which you've noticed, because I'm not the best animator out there. There's probably better animators in the chat, to be honest, but it is kind of a quick way of trying to get stories across. And again, if it looks like I'm not doing very well, it's partly because I'm trying to focus on giving a running commentary as well. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay in the view. Again, I'm focusing on like the ring. I'm focusing on my notes. Focusing on making sure I move all the limbs on the bodies there. But man, my bank account is sore today, guys. I've pre-ordered so many figures. Yeah, again, I had when they did the SDCC reveals. Oh, I was excited because I saw the Eddie Guerrero was like an American exclusive, but I managed to find it for a good price on the website along with the Decade of Domination Kane. So I'm getting those figures in. I'm also getting, like I said, all the AEW figures. Hopefully the entire Series 1 and the entire Series 2. And I think also I've got pre-ordered Walter today. Who else did I buy? Obviously Matt Riddle, as I said. And a few others. But yeah, I'm looking to use more of them in NLW in future. And including Lashley. This is actually probably one of my favourite sets of figures they did. Was the, I think it was Elite 69, because you had Lashley, you had the new Ray, you had Ciampa, Ali, Ricochet, like all of them, almost all of them at least, new in the Mattel lines. So that's quite good. Tell you what, every time I switch camera angle, I'll check the chat briefly. I was expecting to get like so many matches done, and then, you know, once you're actually in it, you don't realise how your mind is wandering on, like, checking the chat, checking your notes, checking the wrestlers. Has anyone actually been able to catch a sneak peek of my face, by the way? Because I'm worried I'm, like, going in. I like my privacy. That's why there's no face reveal. Let's have a look. Right. I'll go through some of these questions right now. Let's go through... Who do I want to debut in NLW? Well, Lashley's in the ring, because he's debuting. A lot of them are going to be, as well, surprises I'm going to try and keep. Screw math, I'm watching your stream. Are you in class? I forget that, because I've not been in school in ages, and I don't know what the schedule's like in America, so I don't know if you guys are back yet. But, man. What do you think of the current direction of Roman Reigns? I've become a massive Roman Reigns mark right now, and I'm not going to pretend like I was always his fan, but I would play along and boo him, because he's doing good work now. Paul Heyman, all that stuff, that's a good match for me. Yeah, that is Minoru Suzuki. He's managing Lashley in this. Braun going bold. It suits him. I think it suits him. It's all right. Thank you for thinking I'm a good host. I might glitch from time to time as well because it's a new setup. Right. Face reveal, nah. Raw, SmackDown. SmackDown definitely. Raw's 3 hours, and Ali and Ricochet are having a match on main event. That should be on pay-per-view and not at least a Raw, and it's on main event. So that's what I think of Raw. If you're not utilising your top stars, then what you're doing. But yeah, SmackDown. I actually think SmackDown, hot take, is better than NXT at the moment. I'm not really a fan of NXT anymore. It's just a bit, I don't know, it's a bit stale. They've been trying to compete with AEW, and they really should just focus on doing their own thing rather than try and hotshot their angles and try and compete with that. Because, I don't know, that's just my opinion at least. Because they make Keith Lee double champion, and then they just lose it in a month, and then it's promoted to the main roster. It just makes no sense to me. But yeah, SmackDown. NLW Thunderdome. Nah. I mean, that's quite an impressive structure as it is that WWE have gotten. NXT or AEW? AEW all the way. Yeah, it's no competition. It's just fresher. It's newer. It doesn't feel like they're messing you about as a viewer. You're kind of rewarded for watching. Whereas NXT, it used to be that way, but I feel like it's just a bit stale at the moment. Yeah, AEW all the way. Let's have a look. Frames per second. I'm using 10 now, so 10 pictures per second, because I'm being a bit quicker. Thank you. That's ARW Stop Motion. That's a channel you should subscribe to as well. ARW Stop Motion. There's a free shout out as well, because your animations are great. But yeah, I focus on stories. What's Metal's next pay-per-view? Okay, exclusive for live streamers. It's going to be called Ungovernable, and it's I'll tell you what, the main event is going to be an exciting one. I've already filmed it, and it's going to be put out in April, I believe. So that is a long time away. You can tell how much I'm trying to cram in now. before I go back to uni and try and do all that work. But episodes will be weekly for, I don't know, for a few months at least. That's definitely my intention. Right. The trouble is, chat keeps updating and it keeps going to the bottom. Yeah, Balor has to win the NXT title in my opinion. Oh, I forgot. I've got Io Shirai's figure on pre-order, and that Dakota figure looks pretty sick. I do use Wrestling Trader. I pre-ordered the AEW figures from there as well, and I got a Johnny Gargano figure, which in the UK is extremely expensive, and I managed to get him for 30 quid, which over here is decent. So that was good. And I will be using my hand for in the air moves. Yes. Oh, definitely a Trent Seven figure would be sick. Favorite champion at the moment? I don't know. Roman Reigns, I guess. That's a bit of a bad answer. No face reveal. No. Unless it's accidental, in which case it can't happen. Yeah, the school stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I won't duck too low. New Japan, I haven't watched New Japan in a while. I'm glad they put the titles back on Naito, but it was nice to see Evil have them for a bit. Online class. Yeah. That's the thing with our uni as well. We've got online classes and stuff. And I just can't focus. I've got my figures here now. Like, I'd rather be doing that. But it is what it is. You know. Who's going to win? Got to find out at the end. Ooh. Oh, yeah, that Hulk Hogan biopic looks pretty cool. Chris Hemsworth as well. That's a big get. Who do I want to debut in NLW? Like I said, multitude of people. But I'm keeping it a surprise for now. How many people would I say on the roster? Probably 10. No, 20 rather. And tag teams? Probably like 4 to 5 tag teams and 15 to 20 for a roster, I'd say. Hello, XWE owner. Pac versus Daniel Bryan happening in an NLW episode because, well, you'll have to wait and see to find out where that saga's going and see what the main event of Enter the Dragon will be. And also, it's kind of a placeholder because those are the two figures that I had during quarantine, and they're the ones, and all the figures that you saw in the episodes, the PickFed episodes, they are ones that I had access to or I'd only recently bought. It's only now that I have my entire range of figures to use, and that's why I've got the arena and all this set up here at my uni house. Favourite tag team? Young Bucks, I'd say. Yeah, I'm an AEW, Mark. What of it? What's the one thing you want us to forget about NLW? My bad commentary at the start, but then again, it's a turning point for me. So if you think your commentary maybe on your shows is bad, just go back to episode 8 of NLW and you'll see how bad I was at commentating and what a horrible mic I used up until recently, and I should have known better. And now finally, in fact, the new series has much better audio quality, in my opinion at least. See, I would like AEW more if they didn't take shots at WWE every promo. You see, the thing is, it's not really taking shots. I think it's just like light banter, because you saw the Sammy and Jericho, they were like teasing Sasha and Bailey because they were on NXT and they won the demo, and it's like they're all mates really. No one hates, each company doesn't hate the other. It's not a real war. Like, it's just good wrestling. Like Finn Balor, for instance, he's got so many mates over there, and the Young Bucks and the Elite and all that, those guys, like Cody is mates with loads of WWE's locker rooms, so there's not really a war going on. It's just playful jabs. I think NXT should probably take jabs at AEW more though, to be honest, but that's just my opinion. Right. I'll answer a few more, and I'll get back to the animation. Favourite and least favourite title reign in NLW? I wish I'd done more with Dean Ambrose as the hardcore champion, so that's probably my least favourite. Favourite though, AJ Styles, because I used him before he was like being pushed properly in WWE, so that's good. Favourite AEW wrestler? Probably Kenny Omega. The Walter figure's pretty good. I mean, it's not going to be that detailed because he doesn't have that much detail in his trunks and stuff, but I'm looking forward to seeing that. We're going to get more pay-per-views, and not just 2 pay-per-views and right away to Mania. Yeah, no, it's going to be stretched out more, so there's going to be more than 2 pay-per-views until the Rumble, definitely. Yeah, man, April. Yeah, Cole should be going up to the main roster at this point. He's done so much. How do I keep the rest of the figures to lock up? I've learned a few tricks in my time to keep them up and running. Do you have the AW Young Bucks? No. For anybody new here as well, I don't have the AW figures yet. I've only just I've pre-ordered them, so they will be coming probably the end of September, beginning of October, which is a pain, but it is what it is, so I don't mind. Least favourite wrestler? Oh, I don't really have any least favourite wrestlers. I mean, yeah, I don't know. No, I don't have a least favourite wrestler. I'm not really a negative person in that way. Right. Okay. Right, I'll get back to the animation at hand, because I hope my camera doesn't run out of battery. It should be okay though. Like, I'll watch it back on here. You can see I watch it back, and then you can kind of see what's going on. I'll start answering questions again in like 15 minutes, so if you want to... I'm like the leader. I'm like a classroom leader. Am I better than your online classes? Admit it, guys. Because I'll be like, chat amongst yourselves. I'll do the demonstration, and in about 15 minutes I'll answer some more questions. Again, I apologise if this is a bit rambly or I'm not too interesting as a host, but I am still learning. If I get one match done tonight, it will be a miracle. They usually take me a lot quicker than this. However, obviously I'm answering questions and I'm trying to focus on this at the same time. So this match may come out looking a bit naff, but I feel like it's a good one to showcase. I was going to do a couple of the X Division ones, but that might give away who's going forward in the Super X Cup. And also, trying to get this thing to focus is such a pain. Yeah. So right, I've just done a sequence of punching. And Lashley's like, just staring him down. Right. Sometimes I write down stuff in my notebook and I just completely forget what the move actually is. Because I'll look at like matches that Lashley's been in, I'll look at matches Bryan's been in, and I'll kind of try and mix them together. So now it says crisscross Lashley pants, so I'm guessing going for like a Keith Lee kind of thing. So I'll try and right, so I'm guessing Daniel Bryan can go that way, Lashley can go that way. And I'll usually do like a turn like this. But we'll see how it plays out. It might look naff. Again, like when they separate off screen, that's a massive problem because the camera doesn't know where to focus and it ends up just not focusing at all. God, this match is gonna look naff. And you won't even be able to see it for a while. I don't know. I might post some stuff on Insta afterwards. Do follow me on Instagram because that's where I'll do most of my updates. If you haven't already come here from Instagram, of course. So I'll just keep you updated on that. By the way, what do you guys think of that Daniel Bryan Elite 79? Because I was tempted to get it, but then to be honest, it just seems like a re-release of the Elite 73, but just with a new head. It seems a bit lazy to me. But I don't know. And the Roman as well is already out of date. They got in it. Other than that, it's a solid set. but the only one I'm really getting is EO, because I've got the Undisputed Era guys, I don't really need another Bobby Fish. Also, the other day I had an epiphany. I've realised that the way I do walking is wrong. Like, and I'm studying animation at university. I should know that this is not how you're supposed to walk. You're supposed to walk like this, or run like that, but they're moving both body parts in the same direction. So there you go. If I've ruined NLW for you, I'm sorry, but that's just a little thing that I noticed. And also, you've got to kind of change. Hang on, I'll show you guys what's going on at the moment. So this is like the viewfinder there, if you can see that. And that's what I'll like look at, and I can see how many photos I've got left before the storage will be full. And you kind of push that, and then I don't have any animation software per se, so I'll just like play it back and forth through this. So I now have to look back and see what's going on with it. I'll animate this pounce, and I'll see how long it takes. By the way, I am kind of keeping an eye on the chat, so if I don't get to your question right away, I do apologise. I'm new at this. 53 people! Amazing. This is pretty sick. Yeah, it's obviously difficult to get a time when everybody's like available, because I know everyone's got online classes, but you know, I want to be a good role model and stay in school, but I understand it's a bit of a pain at the moment. Right. Now you get to see how I do the animation and the flying moves without string. I've been going for about half an hour now. I'm doing all right, I think. Let me know if this is okay. Like, give me any critiques you have. Right, this might be the time where I actually bend into shot. So, face reveal, here you come, perhaps. I'm trying to keep my face above board. There we go. Right, so what I'll do is I'll keep that underneath, but you can't, in the viewfinder of the camera, you can't see my hand. Which is kind of you could call it a lazy style. I call it smart, but that's just me. But the actual good animators that use string are like, I envy you, because it is so difficult. It's better than action figure matches. There's like a method, but it's still a pain. I don't know. And then I'll kind of zoom out. And it might take a drastic jump, but it's kind of just to display the impact of one of the moves. And then I'll do I'll kind of do a close up of Daniel Bryan as he's hitting the mat for more impact. These ropes are so old as well. These are probably 8 years old, because I bought bungee cord off of eBay probably back in 2012 when I first started using this ring. This ring actually came with the elimination chamber for the first chamber I wanted to do, and back then it was alright to buy. I wish Mattel would release scale versions of the War Games and the elimination chamber as well, because they are cool. The like the spring ring style, the small ones, but oh, can you imagine like a full scale elimination chamber? That'd be sick. Right. So for a main event match in NLW, I'm looking at about 8 lines of stuff. And as you can see, I've only gotten through just one. Right there. So, I'll see. A lot of the matches I've written as well, I've rewritten like out of the show, because I just don't feel like doing them. This one I thought would be a good one to show. Let me know how that looks. I mean, it's kind of bright, but you can kind of get the gist of it. So he's coming off the ropes and he just slams him down right there. Boom. I think it looks okay. Sometimes I'll get shots that are too bright though, and when you've already animated it, it's so annoying. Like looking back and realising that the whole thing is messed up. I'll animate a belly to belly, and I'll go through your questions. So yeah, that's how I use the hands in the shot. Obviously, you don't see it in the shot, and then I'll ping the ropes like that when there's been an impact. So now I've got to check through. I've only taken 50 photos so far. Like my turnaround is usually like triple this, but that's why I'm able to get so many episodes done and out in the time I do. It is quite ambitious to try and get NLW and Metal out, two of them both a week. Now I get one NLW out a week and one Metal out a week. So after some soul searching and some realisation with uni and stuff, I realised I won't probably be able to keep that going beyond this year. However, I've advertised it, so this year, 2020, the rest of the year it's going to be Metal every Wednesday, NLW every Saturday, and then probably 2021, once I've gotten the NLW pay-per-view out of the way at the end of the year, then I'll do, well, I was going, oh yeah, NLW 1 week on the Saturday, then the next week it'll be Metal, and so on and so forth. But there'll also be like pay-per-view matches in between, like, for instance, I know Stage Creator does them, but rather than do them through the action figure match style, where you kind of move it with your hands, I'll be doing it through like a pick fed style. And it went down quite well for the Payback one I've done, and I really enjoyed filming that match, so yeah. Also the pick fed, it's less stress to do, in my opinion, than animation, although I do like watching these animations back. So yeah, there was a point where I was thinking about leaving it as a pick fed, but you know, I'd rather keep it as animation. Like I've got a few people saying that they wish stop motion came back, and it is going to be back Saturday, and then the week after it'll be episode 75 on the 12th of September, and then Kevin Owens versus Samoa Joe for Metal, and that'll be on Wednesday the 16th of September, I believe, and then Metal will come back on the 30th of September, and then it'll be an episode of NLW a week, and then an episode of Metal a week, plus my pay-per-view pick-fed matches, which will be about 10 minutes each. So I did the Payback one, which was, I had a lot of fun doing, the triple threat no holds barred match, and then I'll probably do Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton, but this time, rather than the SummerSlam one I did, which was a bit short, I'll make this one fully fleshed out and it'll be much more interesting. And if you follow me on Instagram, which a lot of you do, you'll see I've made the Clash of Champions stage, so do look out for that in the next 2 weeks or so, I'd say. And then the Hell in a Cell as well. Hopefully, because I think PW Insider reported that that would be a pay-per-view that's coming up in November, I think. So I'd like to do some pick-fed matches of that with the Hell in a Cell. I think that'd be really cool, if you guys would be interested. I'm trying to do so much at once, right. I used to have like hairbands to do this job for me, and now I just kind of hook. I'll show you afterwards. I kind of just hook the limbs around like that. Sorry, like that. I kind of hook the limbs around so they're connected to the other body, and then I'll move the camera along like this, and then do it like that. I think I have super chat enabled as well on this, which I'm trialing out. It's almost like I'm begging for money at this point, asking for Patreon and super chat, but there is a little button if you want to give me money. But like, oh, you don't have to do that. I'm just grateful that 60 people are here. Right. That's looking good. course, I'll show you the results after I've finished the move. I really am starting to sound like a party host. Is everyone having a good time in the chat? Let me know. I don't want to be boring you. But it's good to see. This is a lot more people than I thought it would be as well. So I'm chuffed to bits. So thank you. And also it gives me an excuse to animate because I've not done it in a while. I've been mainly editing stuff together, sorting out schedules and things. I hope I can continue it on, because if I'm working from home with university work, then I might be able to sneak in a couple of sneaky edits for NLW as well, which is what I hope I can achieve. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll have like a big move like that, and then I'll cut to, if they've got a manager at ringside, I'll cut to them like a kind of reaction shot. And they can kind of, yeah. Right, that's looking decent. That's looking decent. I'll just show you what's going on there. Right, I'll show you the whole sequence so far. It runs off the ropes, big time pounce, and then boom, and a. Oh, I'll go back to the beginning on that one. Big time belly to belly, and then cut to a reaction shot of Suzuki. Did I get my hand in that one? Yeah, the quality of this match, you'll notice when it comes out, if you even remember that this was on the live stream, that the quality might not be as good, but it's okay. I'll turn off the camera, conserve its energy. Question time. Right, I'll go through some. Okay. I love to see episodes, by the way, guys. You guys. I'm in 3rd year of university now, so I've already done 2 years. That's why NLW was so infrequent for so long, was because I've been at university, so I haven't had my stuff with me. This is the only year that I've actually had my stuff down here with me, and it's quite funny because this is probably the year where I should be doing it the least. But I'm trying to grow the channel by putting out some more content. Obviously, you don't have to watch all of it. But the pay-per-view pick fed, the WWE recreation matches I've been doing, they've been getting some good feedback, so I enjoy doing those. I'm going to be doing some action figure setups as well. There's one coming, I think, later this week, so look out for that. I've enjoyed those, and obviously the new series of NLW. The episodes are a bit shorter, they're more like 10 to 15 minutes, but there's going to be more of them, and they're going to be much more exciting matches, and there's not going to be any duds, so... For instance, you're going to get a big match like a Daniel Bryan versus Bobby Lashley on an NLW, and then you're going to get a no-holds-barred match between Joe and Kevin Owens, and there's going to be a big match kind of every week. If you've not seen it yet, do look at the teaser trailer I put out with NLW coming back, because I've got some sneaky little sneak peeks in there for you. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Enjoyable NLW pay-per-view to look back on and be proud of. WrestleMania 3, when I did that live stream, that was rewatching that back. That's 4 hours, and that's not even including the Hardy Ultimate Deletion match I sprinkled in between. But that's 4 hours of solid animation and solid WrestleMania matches. Like, if you've not seen it, like, it's up in my channel now in full, like the full pay-per-view, 4 hours. It took so long to render again, but yeah, it's definitely my favourite show. You see, I do enjoy it too much, that's why I didn't stop, but maybe I should have stopped it there. But I still enjoy it, and people still enjoy the show, so... But it would have been a perfect ending had I continued on it. How do I store my figures? Upstairs. I'm not going to move the peg or anything, or the phone that I'm filming on, but upstairs they're in boxes. In fact, I'll do a room tour if it's requested, but they're in kind of like slide-out boxes, and they're stood up, so I can just take out the box, pick out the one I want, and it's like all the Jeff Hardys together, all the Seth Rollins together. That figure collection video I did, that was the start of me reorganising my toys. So I laid them out for the video, and then I organised them off camera to put them away again. AEW figures, don't have any of them yet. Do do do. Any more questions? There's so much. Right. Hang on a minute. Just trying to scroll back. How long does it usually take to make a show, BWW? I think I managed to film and edit a whole show. It took about a day, so I'd say for an NLW, it's like 4 hours now I've managed to make it. Obviously, this is taking a lot longer because I'm trying to communicate through this as well. But also the editing process, that takes quite a while. I'll bank the kind of... I'll bank the... I've completely forgot my train of thought. Oh yeah, I'll commentate over a lot of the footage and kind of leave that for a while and then add things in. So I'd say overall probably about 4 hours for one episode and then another 4 hours, let's say, to edit it together. I might get my... If I get my charger, I might be able to connect it to the laptop and keep the stream going for a bit longer. Bear with, 1 second. Again, like, I'm in such a cramped space at the moment that I'm trying to juggle everything as it is. Yeah, so I'll get the cable, plug it in. That should work. My lamp is on fire, by the way. That's the trouble. Like, you can see the picture dipping as I take that out. I'll answer more questions in a minute, guys. Hang on. Oh, my setup, my beautiful setup. My phone is on fire as well. Allow. Righto. Close. I'm still on the chat then, am I, guys? Right, that should be okay. Close. I get a super chat. Thank you very much, Lucas Wrestling Customs, for donating, by the way. I'll repay you. Do go to his Instagram, plug your Instagram. Because, yeah, I've seen your customs, they're pretty decent. I like them. I might buy in future. So if you are in the UK or even abroad, I don't know, and you're interested in customs, go check them out. Thank you very much. If anyone else wants to super chat as well, I'll take money, don't worry. Right. I'll scroll back. I hope my phone's being charged. I really pray it is. Yeah, okay. Again, I apologise. I'm forgetting where I was. Wait a minute. Right, back to it. Okay. I'm from the UK, yes. I know I kind of put on an American accent when I'm doing my shows, but yeah, it's just my commentating voice. I'm mimicking JR and all that, so that's probably why. Not got the AEW figures yet, no. Michaels and DDP, maybe they'll return, I'm not sure. How many pay-per-views before the next WrestleMania? I haven't even got WrestleMania in my sights yet, man. I've got the next NLW pay-per-view, the next Metal pay-per-view. There'll probably be an NLW after that, and then the Rumble. And then I might put Metal in between that and then Mania. But it's going to be a while. New Japan or SmackDown? I've not really been paying attention to New Japan recently, so I've got to say SmackDown. Which is a hot take, I know. Who's the best face in wrestling? It would have been Cody, until when he's been doing this like heel gimmick, and now I'm not so sure. I think he's trying to go heel. I'm not quite sure. Right. How does a G1 climax work? Right. Okay. I'll tell you how it works. You've got the so in New Japan you got 10 wrestlers in one group, 10 wrestlers in another group. Then you've got so it's kind of like in, I don't know, soccer in like the World Cup where you've got all the teams fight each other and it's like a league table. So then the winners of that league technically go on to face the winner of the B League and then they face off in the final, if that makes sense. To be honest, it took me a while to figure out how to book it so that the I'll turn off the light, hang on. Because I might start fire. I'm good, hello. I don't know who Shockwave World Wrestling Animation is. To be honest, I might do. Because I'm subscribed to a bunch of animators, but to be honest, I'm not really like familiar with the names. But I am a fan of the animation community. Can I shout out as well ES Productions, like the top 5 wrestling animations of the week. I really love that series, and it's keeping the animation community strong. Gives some good feedback there. So I don't use string. No, I usually just use my hands. Say hello to your dog as well, DV44, watching the stream. Yeah, it's Elite 79, EO I like, and the others I'm not too much caring for. Make a custom figure. I'm terrible at custom figures. What's better, pick fed or stop motion? I personally prefer stop motion, although I do pick fed a tiny bit. Yeah, I'm not sure. I prefer stop motion, especially when you see like JWS owner, for instance. He's just put up his full 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match, and it's just so amazing. It's sick. It's like it flows so smoothly. And then again, like pick fed, a good pick fed is very good, but then again a bad pick fed. I'm not too sure. I like both, but I'd say stop motion for me. Let's have a look. Am I getting any of the new women's figures? Yes, definitely. I'm getting them all because Mia, you got Dakota, Rhea as well. Yeah, definitely. Because I want to bolster the women's division, but at the moment, if I use the same women at the moment, it's going to get a bit stale. But I've added Ronda Rousey, and there's going to be more people to come. So, you know, the women's division will be a bit stronger. Let's see. Am I trying not to show my face? It's because I'm like doing this and I'm trying to like put the figures in and out like that. Right. Yeah, string is tricky. Yeah, I stand the whole time. I can't be bothered to sit down. How far ahead do you plan your matches? I've planned up until April, because that's when the metal pay-per-view is coming out, and I've already filmed some of the metal pay-per-view, even though it's out so far in the future. So I've planned that far ahead, and I've got a vague idea of where I want the stories to go after that, like the Rumble and stuff, and Mania, if I even get that far. By that time I'll be out of uni. That's kind of scary. History of championship videos, I've done most of them. The Hardcore Championship, I'll be there all day editing because of how many there are, but like the ones I've got at the moment, they're pretty comprehensive as they are. Yeah, to be fair, it would cost loads for scale versions, but I love them. Good point of string there. NLW Music! Bro! Hello. Subscribe to NLW Music, because the guy that does my music is epic, and the music is very good, and the channel is also linked in my channel, so follow NLW Music, and if you pester him enough, I may send him the Titantrons to upload with the music, so go follow or subscribe to NLW Music. And I'll subscribe to NLW Clips, because if I get enough subscribers there, I might start posting some stuff. Right. NLW Music is 100% real. It's very good. Do check it out. Yes, Wednesday and Saturday, the schedule for now. That will change. It'll be Wednesday now. No, yeah, it'll be Wednesday and Saturday now, and then in 2021. Oh god, that's too far in the future. But then it will be probably every Saturday. How's Metal work? It's pretty much the same as NLW, to be honest. It's just more of a clip show nature, so there's like shorter matches and it has a bit of a quicker feel to it. But other than that, I'd say it's a bit more grisly. So you got more people like Ken Shamrock on it, and Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle, kind of like wrestlers, whereas NLW's like more flashy, but Metal's more gritty, if that makes sense. But yeah, do watch Metal, because Metal doesn't get the kind of views that NLW does, but I put just as much effort into it, and it's just as good. Some people think it's better, but I don't know. Who am I to say? Hello, Spam Wrestling. Thank you for joining as well. Favourite cruiserweight? Thank you. By the way, thank you for becoming a patron, Remy Montoya. If you also want to become a patron, head on over to my page, and there's a bunch of options there. Again, if you can't afford it, I don't mind, but it is what it is. You can make yourself a match. My favourite cruiserweight? Rey Mysterio? Does that count? I guess I could say Ali as well. Mustafa Ali is absolutely phenomenal. And the fact he's wrestling Ricochet on main event saddens me. Let's see some more. Do I see Metal like Impact Wrestling or in between ROH feel? Yeah, kind of. I mean, I like Metal to be kind of a grittier kind of feel to it. The G1 Climax Finals pay-per-view I did, it didn't get that... Well, to be fair, I can't complain. It got a fair amount of views, but the main event between Samoa Joe and AJ Styles, it's one of my least viewed episodes, and it's probably, in my opinion, one of the best matches I've ever done. So, at the end of this, go and watch Joe versus AJ from the Metal G1 final, because I think it's like part 3 of 3. It's one of my I think it... Now, I'll stand by the fact, I think it's my best match ever. Hot take. One of my best matches ever, at least. That's not like a gimmick. Yeah, classic pay-per-view WWE pay-per-view matches done like pay-per-view pick fed. Patreon, you can request me to do a recreation of your favourite pay-per-view or your favourite pay-per-view match if you wish. No stop-motion animators are trash. You're all fantastic in my book. Right. Let's see. Favourite storyline that I made? The NWO one, because it lasted for so long and I didn't realise how big it was going to get. So, let's see. I'll answer more questions in a bit. Yeah, alright, I'll answer more questions in about 10-15 minutes. I'll do a few more animations until then. By the way, like, I don't know when to end it. I won't end it for a bit because I've got a fair few questions, but I'll, half an hour maybe? Sound alright? Let me know. Does that sound okay? I'll see. But yeah, should be fun. Yeah, I'll keep it going. Why not? No, I'm not ending it, don't worry. I'll keep going. I'll keep going for an hour or so. The fact that 43 people are still watching, by the way, thank you very much, because I know it's like it's a bit tough to sit through like an animation live stream and stuff, but I'm grateful you guys are here. Obviously, I understand if you've got other things to do, it's perfectly fine. It'll be archived, so don't worry too much. But I will be getting around to answering all your questions, don't you worry. Right. I can't remember who was where. I think Lashley was on this side. So I'll just take like a picture of Lashley like that, kind of just taunting Brian. And then what I'll do is I'll like hold him down, move in to pick up Brian. Well, Suzuki's just passed out. He's not in a good way. He's not even wrestling. There you go. So then I won't even have Brian on screen. I'll kind of have Lashley off screen doing this. And then after I've kind of done camera trickery, that's the moment when I'll kind of put Brian in a position like this. Do you know what? I would like to do more of these live streams, but obviously the first one's going to be more popular than the rest of them are going to be. If I might do one at like Christmas or something. But yeah. Again, if you're new, I'm just animating a match between Bobby Lashley and Daniel Bryan for a future NLW episode. It's going to be uploaded in like January. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll probably try and get to them in about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. There's also like super chat stuff. So if you do want to give me money, you can. You don't have to, don't worry about it. Once again, thank you to Lucas Customs. I very much appreciate it. Yeah, and the Patreon as well. So all the links are in the description of the video. So yeah, I've got him held up like this. And obviously there is the problem with him falling over, but I've kind of got to balance it so it looks okay. I could theoretically just do this. You can't see it in shot. But ideally, you don't want to be putting your hands over the top of the light source, because then you create a shadow. So yeah, that's kind of going as it is. It's getting quite dark here, because it's like 8 o'clock in the UK. Oh, my whole setup just nearly fell over. That would have been fantastic. So yeah, I'll have them up in the air like this, and then oh, it's not good. See, these ones are the ones where I kind of probably would appreciate having an extra hand, but obviously I can try and like position it into a position where I can get it so that he's showing off one-handed. Turn him around like that. I quite like Bobby Lashley. I was actually live when he returned to WWE. That was quite good. Oh, what high hopes we had. At least he's the US champion, I guess. That's alright. And that's not what you do not want to happen. Yeah, I guess I'll try and go back from that. And then it looks better when it's on camera, but when I'm holding it like this, it looks well enough. Oh, that's not good. And then move it down like this. Boom. And then once again, ping the ropes for impact. If you're watching this as well and you want to be, you want to try like stop motion or pick fed in, I've got a series on my channel where I kind of do a tutorial. I think it's near the bottom. If you just search how to pick fed, you'll find my video on it. But yeah, I kind of go through my whole process, because a lot of people ask me like how I write my storylines and things, and how I film matches. I'm kind of giving a brief overview here, but if you go and view those videos, it's called How to Write a WWE Pick Fed and Stop Motion Show. They kind of explain it better than, you know, I would now. So that's if you want any like help or tutorials. I know Captain McKay's got quite a good one as well, and LKS. Damn it, Suzuki, mate, you've got to keep on your feet, right? And then if I don't want the pace to be too slow, I'll animate like for instance Lashley falling out of the shot. This is all interesting as well, because I know that the actual process is quite tedious. I used to have the WWE Network on in the background, and I think I watched every episode of Monday Nitro and Monday Night Raw in the space of time that it took me to film like a year's worth of animation. So I just have it on in the background. Obviously I don't want like copyright claim by any like music or like anything for this vid, but I don't know. Recently I've been doing it like just completely dead silent. I apologise that Daniel Bryan at the moment is getting squashed. He will make a comeback, I do promise. I think we've been doing pretty well so far to manage to keep 50 people tuned in. Thank you very much as well to... I sound really sarcastic, but seriously, like, all of you guys like watching right now, thank you so much for like viewing. Especially Lucas giving me that quid. Thank you. And if anybody does want to, super chat, it's there. Yeah, because like legit, if I'm like burned out or I'm like stressed or anything, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm sick of animating and stuff, you guys are really like helpful with kind of keeping my motivation up, so I do appreciate the support and all the comments and stuff. It means the world to me, like genuinely. I'm just grateful that you guys are on the stream with me. Got some good episodes coming. It'll be exciting. I'll show you this one back. There you go, he's showing off and then delivers the move. What's the next one? Delay suplex. So now Lashley is just going to like... Lashley's just going to be kind of taunting him like this. He's going to be like, Daniel Bryan, who the hell's this guy? What's his problem? He is not good. He is a bad wrestler. And Lashley, then he's going to turn around and eat a roundhouse kick. I think I'll answer some questions after I've animated this roundhouse. I'll get back to you. But yeah, I apologise if I'm like checking the chat every 15 minutes rather than like constantly going to it. But at the start it was kind of interrupting the flow, so you actually get to watch me animate a move here rather than me like constantly going back and forth, and it'll look a lot better as well. So Lashley's like, who's this guy? Who's this guy who's trying to fight me? And then he walks around, and this is how I animate a kick. So I'll make sure that the legs are out like that, and then you kind of turn him, maybe like bend the boot like that, and then bam, kick to the skull. Quite interesting. Obviously Lash is quite a big dude, so it's going to be difficult to try and get the boot up there in time. I'm probably going to watch this back and find that my face has got into shot. I really hope not. But if it happens, it happens. Yeah, so bam. And then you kind of like bend the boot on impact. And to stop Lashley falling, you can always just put the boot on underneath. And then he'll hit the canvas and just kind of be shocked. Bryan's out of the way now, he's out of play. And then you ping the ropes again. And kind of have him not completely flat out, because he is like supposed to be a monster and Bryan is supposed to be like, oh damn, this is quite a challenge. I don't even know how long I've got left. This match is supposed to only be like 4 or 5 minutes. And you can see I'll probably only animate like 30 seconds. Yeah, so I'll show you this and I'll answer some questions. Oh, I messed it up there. Did you see that? Oh, because Lashley, he has obviously only moved. That's another thing about stop motion and pick fed. It's better to take too many photos than not to take enough. So you can always cut them out. So for instance there, I didn't move Lashley, so he just stood still for a frame. But then it's better if he comes in like quick like that. And then bam. Just kind of... That's 100 photos now. Boom, like that. So, I'll look at the next move, so I can get... I'll quickly, like... Nah, it'll be alright. I'll answer a couple of questions. I'll do that for about... BWW! Hey! £4, nice! Do sub to BWW, and also follow Lucas Wrestling Customs on Instagram. He also contributed. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. And also, Patreon. You want to get more for your money as well? $4. What is it? $6. I'll make a match for you. $3 gets you early access to loads of stuff, including NLW. The first 4 episodes, and what else is it? I'll do like a figure setup with a shout out at the end. Once I've uploaded the one I've done for Remy Montoya, thank you again to him for becoming a patron, because I'm doing a pick fed match at his request, and then once that's done and it's uploaded to YouTube, you might have a better idea of what it is. But if you are a Patreon member, you get to see that match early, so I won't spoil what it is just yet until I've like filmed it and put it on Patreon. But it's quite a good one, quite a good match, I must say, for my first foray into requests. Yeah, right. Oh, Lucas, mate, you didn't get outdone. Leave it, it's over. But thank you to both of you guys, genuinely. And to be honest, thank you to everyone like watching at the moment. Right, I'll go through some questions. First of all, right. Okay. Now, EWW. Oh, right, this is a difficult question, because I know he's stolen from a lot of people. But his actual own stuff is, like, good. So I don't know why it seems like a cash grab, but to be honest, the amount of money you make from the content he uploads isn't that much. So I'd rather, if he is going to upload other people's stuff, be transparent about it, because there's a lot of people in those comments that think that it's not from them, and that's a bit of a shame. So, yeah, but I don't really know what to do about it, to be honest. It seems like an issue for the content creators, because if you, like, what I've had in the past is people have uploaded, like, my entire Royal Rumble. So if you go into your copyright, there's like a copyright bit on your YouTube studio, and if you click on that, you can see if anybody's uploaded your stuff, and you can request it's taken down. If someone's just done like a compilation of my stuff, or it's like, I don't know, for instance, it's like a reaction to my stuff, then I'll let it slide, I don't care, really. But if someone's like uploaded my entire Royal Rumble, then I'm going to be like, nah, don't do that. But yeah, anyway, I don't want to get into that kind of thing. Thank you, Spam Wrestling, for telling me it looks incredible so far. Right. XWE owner as well. Your stop motion's quite cool. I've seen his stuff on Instagram. Follow XWE owner on Instagram. There's a free plug. What camera do I use for NLW? It is, there you see it, Canon PowerShot A2300, and this is the tripod I'm using at the moment. Oh, quick one, editing software. Sunny Movie Studio. I go through my editing process in how to edit a stop motion. Like, that's my entire thing. I've also got a couple behind the scenes videos. They're a bit out of date, but they explain the gist of what I do. I'm trying to go through more comments. If I miss one out, I do apologise. Thank you, Zane, for watching since 2013. I'm surprised how long so many people have been watching. How long does it take to make a show? Again, like 4 hours for animation, probably like another 4 for editing, but it really depends on if it's a difficult match or I'm live streaming at the same time. Well, hey. Right. The speed of the matches at the moment, it's, if anything, it's slower. Like, it's not slower, it's just more, I don't know. I think it's a faster pace. Like, the action is more kind of exciting, because I used to do quite long, drawn-out matches, and it wouldn't really keep the viewer's attention if you like look at analytics and stuff. But I feel like shorter, snappier matches, not too short though. They'll be like at least, like undercard matches will be like 2 to 3 minutes because it's animation obviously, and the main events I'll give at least like 5 minutes for, and then the pay-per-views, those will be the matches you see that go like 8 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever. So I'm working on a new kind of style that flows better, and it also means I get to use more figures like, I hope I'm not shown on camera, I won't be. Get to use more figures like Cedric and Mustafa Ali, and that's where the Super X Cup's going to be coming into play, because I filmed a match already, you may have seen parts of it, Cedric Alexander and Brian Kendrick, so looking forward to that. Halloween Mayhem, how do I make it interesting for fans? Good lighting, good, assuming it's a pick fed or a stop motion. Again, check my tutorials because I go through it on those. How old am I? 22 at the moment. I'm very old. I'm an old man. How long does it usually take to make per match? Again, hard to say. Probably like 2 to 3 hours. How do I determine which matches go longer than others? If I'm enjoying animating a match, then it will naturally go longer. So for instance, like, if I've got 2 wrestlers I enjoy, like Adam Cole and Seth Rollins, by the way, that will be a match on NLW at some point. But yeah, if it's a match I enjoy, like 2 wrestlers I enjoy, it'll be longer. If it's like an undercard match, like for instance an X Division match where the main purpose is just to introduce a character, so like Ali or someone, then it'll probably be more of a squash, more like 1-2 minute snappy. But yeah, the longer matches are just like main event, they're more important. That's all really. How do I plan out longer matches when it comes to spots and everything? I'll write down a list of spots I want to do. So for instance, for this particular match, I would have written down, I want Lashley to do a big pounce to Daniel Bryan. I want Daniel Bryan to do a tope through the rope. I also want Bryan to lose because of like a mid-air spear or something like that. I haven't actually written those things out for this match, but that's just an example. And then I'll write around it. So I'll get my thing out again. What's a good one? Yeah, as you can see here, there's like 4 lines for this X Division match, and that's because it's like an opening match, but it's like full of action. Whereas like, there you go, Adam Cole and Seth Rollins. There, I know it's dark, sorry, but yeah, that's a longer match, and that's kind of got more spots in it. So that's somewhat where I'll turn this off for a bit. Somewhat how I come to conclusions on things. Right. Long time ago, I would never respond to comments. I think it was just me being burnt out and not wanting to read the feedback because, I don't know, I just felt very disconnected at the time. As you can see now, I'm much more connected to the community. Thank you very much for joining in. But yeah, like, there was just a time where I was scheduling uploads, I was busy with uni. I'm hoping to show my appreciation more by uploading more and kind of acknowledging that you guys you're pretty sick. Thank you for getting me where I am, because like I earn enough, you know, to support this hobby now, and I want to share like my kind of creative ideas in this avenue with you lot. So I really do appreciate everyone on the stream, everyone who watches a video of mine, you know, like, it just means the world to me. And every time someone leaves a comment or like gives me like feedback or just says, you know, what they liked about the show, honestly, it makes my day. I wish there was more comments, to be honest, because I do try and like love all the comments and just respond where I can. But yeah, anyone who makes a comment, like, just know, even if I don't respond or I forget to respond, like, I still very much appreciate it because I read all comments. So thank you very much for that. Nah, I don't really backyard. I'm not really into that kind of thing. The Fiend. It's quite an interesting figure to pose. I've wanted to do that, and I'm glad that he was in that No Holds Barred match. Do check that out if you've not already. It's on my channel, Payback Recreation. The Fiend, Strowman, and Roman. Yeah, like the Fiend, he's decent to pose around. I think it's a bit lazy, like some of the detail, like the belt is like just painted on, but other than that, it's sick to see a Fiend figure. And that Ultimate Edition, oh, I'm tempted to buy it. I'm tempted to buy it. I ran backyard for over 6 months until I got put through a table from the top ropes and I knew it wasn't worth it. Oh my god, World Wrestling Forever, you mad one. Like, I used to have a trampoline. And this is probably around the time I started NLW. And I used to wrestle my brother on it. And, like, it was really tiny. And I think it was mad because the time I stopped was when I think I like threw him up in the air for like, I don't know if it was like a backdrop or something, and rather than like backdrop, he landed teeth out somehow in my forehead, and I just had a trickle of blood come down my forehead. That's not the worst injury I've ever had. I've done a swanton off my sofa when I was 9 years old, kneed myself in the face and nearly took out my teeth, which required hospitalisation. But that's probably the worst injury I've had. And there is a reason they tell you not to try it at home. Don't do it unless you're a trained professional. But even if you are doing it backyard, please do it safely, please. But I wouldn't if I were you. Right. Yeah, like, speaking of not showing my face, I was thinking of using a mask to try and like talk, but then I have to create a persona around it, and it's best if I just kind of hold up a thing like that. Right. I'm not really into like gaming streams and stuff like that. I don't think I'd be very like. I'm okay on like a live stream like this, but there's only so long that people can kind of watch before they might be a bit, I don't know, tuned off of it. Right. Let's see. How old was I when I started NLW? I was 14, so that was like 2012. And for someone who's 14, there's people who's 14 now that are doing tons better than I was doing when I started. If you look at my first premiere show, it's absolutely dreadful. And the comments are just filled like, thank goodness he got better. And yeah, genuinely, it's kind of embarrassing to be putting out that kind of content at 14. But maybe not, maybe it is. But at the time, I was super proud of it. And now you realise that when you like progress, you can get better. So if you think you're bad now, just watch my first few episodes, see how shaky the camera is, and just realise you can get better. I promise you, you just need practice. But don't give up. Let's see. Impact Wrestling or NWA? NWA's been doing decent shows recently, obviously. No, I don't know. They've got Thunder Rosa coming in for the All Out pay-per-view, which should be good. But yeah, Impact, haven't really kept up with it since AEW started, because obviously they took a lot of names. They took like Cage, Pentagon, Phoenix, and all that. But Sami Callihan's still there. He's still awesome. Who else? Got a few. Gallows and Anderson now. Eric Young's the TNA champion now, which is it's interesting. Good for him. Obviously they underused him in WWE, but yeah, Impact's decent. I don't know if I can really get into it though at this time. More. Thank you. A lot of this is just arguments at the moment. How long does it take to write stuff in your notebook? I'll watch an episode of something. No, I'll watch like a match, like a highlight reel of a Daniel Bryan match. So, for instance, if I was doing Adam Cole versus Seth Rollins, I'd type into YouTube Adam Cole versus Seth Rollins highlights. I'd look at the key spots they did and add some of my own for creativity. If it's a match that's not happened before, like, for For instance, Daniel Bryan and Bobby Lashley, it might take about 10 to 15 minutes to write a match out, word for word. Just I'm looking at Lashley's big moves, looking at Bryan's big moves, seeing how I can contemplate, like connect them together. Shout out, Cakeman251. Hello. WoW animations as well. Fuck it. Well, shh. YouTube. I said a bad word. Don't at me. Right. WoW animations. Tony Storm's figure is coming out. No face reveal. Elite 77 AJ looks pretty cool. Oh, dude. ARW stop motion. Yeah, do a spiral tap. That'd be sick. I tried one. Thank you for subbing to NLW Music. What's my favourite figure out right now? The Io Shirai is looking pretty sick, but I pre-ordered the Volta. I am sorry for the language. I'm sorry. Don't demonetize me. Right, it'll be fine. I didn't actually say anything. It'll be okay. Oh, don't worry if you tried to do a... Wait. Ringside exclusive figure. Yeah, Walter. Amazing. FPS. Again, 10 pictures per yeah, I don't know. 10 pictures per second, that's it. NLW themes, New Japan kind of. Yeah. It uses this pretty decent software that kind of makes covers like electronically, and I think they're sick, some of them. Like, when NLW Music started, like, if you first watched the episodes they were used in, it's probably like episode 45, I'm going to say, and it got a lot better, like, coming on later. Right, okay. Metal roster's pretty good, and the NLW shows are good, but the metal roster, both rosters are improving, so don't worry about that. What's the pay-per-view schedule? It is Enter the Dragon in December, Metal Ungovernable in April, and then after that, it's going to be an NLW pay-per-view. I'm still working up names. I kind of know what I want the main event to be already, I know, and that'll probably be like July, August. I know that's like a year's time, but that's kind of in my head at the moment. Yeah, that Mania 2 match was pretty sick. Enter the Dragon is... when is it? Yeah, December, as I said. The Commissioner is back. He's on Metal as well. If you watch Metal episode 60, Wednesday, September 16th, I'll show you the entire rivalry of Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe, as well as the No Holds Barred match. So look out for that. I don't know what the next story for him will be, though. Is there any feud or match you wish you had done different? I wish that I had The Undertaker and Sting go on last at the first WrestleMania, and then maybe milk a couple more matches out of that one, because, I don't know, that was one of my favourite feuds. Is the bottom turnbuckle gone? Oh, mate. Right, I'll tell you where the bottom turnbuckle is. The bottom turnbuckle is on another ring, because I used to switch them out, and I've forgotten to put it back on here, but I digress. It should be okay. I hope no one notices. I'll put it on after this. It's just now noon, jeez. Oh, I suppose that's like Pacific time, is it? Yeah, mad. It's like bedtime, almost. Thank you. NLW versus Metal. That could be an interesting tagline for WrestleMania 5, we shall see. I will have new guys in NLW and Metal. I am getting the Walter Fig. Thank you for the one for the Patreon as well, my man Lucas. Yeah, you can get like... Hang on a minute. Right. What editing software? Again, Sony Movie Studio. Will I do anything special for the 100th episode? Yes, I'm planning on doing a 50-man battle royal. Not on episode 100, but I'm going to do it like a few episodes before, and the winner will face the NLW champion at the 100th episode. So whoever the champion's going to be then, I don't know. Who's going to face him, we don't know, but that's the plan at the moment. A spoiler alert. Right. Still don't know how you filmed a 30-minute Iron Man match without going insane. Innit? Like, that was tricky. Yeah, and in fact, September 29th, I'm going to say, I am re-uploading that with new commentary and new audio, so it's going to be even better than before. So look out for that Iron Man match coming between CM Punk and AJ Styles that I did. That's coming out September 29th, I think. Right. I'll answer another question. And then... Thank you for you, TV Gaunts, for watching my stuff. I have upgraded quite a bit since the time, so thank you for watching. More. Oh, thank you all for your support. I used to watch you when I was really young, and I just got this recommended. Hello. I've heard a lot of people say that they've only just kind of rediscovered me. It's because I seemingly went AWOL, or I didn't upload as frequently, and now I'm hoping that I'm uploading more frequently. More people will be able to see the stuff. So, yeah, the sub count, it's grown steadily. I'm excited. I'm glad to have all you guys on board, and I'm just hoping. I don't know. I don't really have any goals in mind. Just to like mini targets that I'm trying to meet, and I'm just excited that everyone's here watching. So it's all good with me. Right. No face reveal. Oh yeah, nah. Swantons are deadly. Trust me. Right. I wonder how far I am. Right. Survivor Series like pay-per-view? Maybe, something like that. Was there a match I'd like to do in NLW? I don't know. Not really sure, to be honest. In your opinion, the KO versus Joe match, would it be better at WrestleMania or would it be the same? It would have been longer at WrestleMania. However, I've taken the biggest moments from that match and I've put them in the metal match. So the metal match is going to be probably slightly shorter than it would have been. However, it's going to be more exciting and more impactful than it would have been had it been at WrestleMania, because I don't think people would have had the attention span to sit through it. But on metal, it's going to be like 4 big chunks of, not highlights, but it's 4 big chunks of match. And it's, I'm looking forward to people seeing it, because there's a massive spot at the end that I'm very much looking forward to make up for it. Main target is to get a play button. Dude, get NLW to 100,000 subscribers. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell people in the wrestling community to sub to NLW. We'll get there, and I will thank each and every one of you personally in a live stream. I'll tell you what, I will thank every single subscriber if I get 100,000. That'd be epic. Is there a match I regret doing? Not really. No. I'm proud of pretty much all of the matches. Am I going to use Darby Allin? Yes, most definitely. Alright, I think I'm caught up now. So, I'll animate a little bit more. Does that sound alright? If I animate a tiny bit more. Is anyone like thinking of like an end time for the live stream, or when they want it to like kind of wrap up? Because if you do, like, let me know. Because I won't go on all night. But if there's like anything you want me doing, I'll animate for like 20 more minutes. Take some questions. Maybe animate again, and then we'll see. Yeah. End of the match. That's not too bad. Although the match is quite long. Is it? Nah, I'll see how much. I've only done 2 lines of the match, and I've got like 2/3 of the way to go. But I'll try and get near the end of it. I'll see how far I get, and then I'll answer some more questions. But do keep the questions coming, and keep lighting up the chat and stuff, because I'll read it afterwards. But yeah, thanks for sticking with me, guys. Almost 47 it says at the moment. That's epic. The light comes on. We come back to the animation station. Got Daniel Bryan and Lashley. Right, here comes the interesting part now, guys. Right. I need a timestamp of when I bloody swore, so I can edit it out. I'll be alright. It's 2 hours. Yeah, who cares? It'll be fine. Right, so Daniel Bryan has just hit a kick, but he is knackered. So what we're going to do, we got him like that. He's obviously hurting. You can see that. And now he's like, he's looking at Lashley and he's thinking, what do I have to do? He's taking out Lashley. Lashley is like, he's barely on his feet at this point. He's kind of doing this. And I've stopped doing like mini animate. I'm kind of mixing a little bit of pig fed in it, to be honest. It's partly out of laziness, but like unless someone's looking at something, I'm kind of like having them just sort of stay still. But I've just got to keep my hand out of shot, that's the key. It's going to look like I'm rushing it, I kind of am, not really. That's the thing with animation, do not rush it, like me, because you'll look back on it and you'll think, what was that? I have to admit there's some episodes of NLW where I'm like, oh, that's terrible, I wish I could redo it, but it is what it is. I think of it as more of a learning curve than anything, because the stories are still there, and it's still, people still find enjoyment of it, but yeah, so basically he's going to miss the kick. And you don't really see that. It's a little bit of a lazy tactic, but it is what it is. And also it's quite late. I usually, I'm gabbling on, but I usually wouldn't animate this late. However, it has come to the point where obviously I have to accommodate. My audience is mostly based in the US, so if I was to animate at a regular time, most of you would probably be asleep or, on online class or whatever it is. Of course, some of you just don't care. Some of you are just going to skip your online classes, but hey, I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to judge. So then Lashley's going to come back with a big time clothesline to let him know who's boss. And like upon impact, I'll kind of turn his body a tiny bit. So that he's kind of up in the air. Or he will be up in the air. So then I move the camera like that and then kind of move both in at the same time. But it's really tough, especially without string. So you kind of have to do it really quick. Like that. But it doesn't look too bad. If you move enough limbs and you keep like that to the floor. And then you kind of, you film it so it looks like there's less pictures than it is. It's a lazy tactic. Like NLW is a lazy animator. I apologise. However, it doesn't help that I'm standing in the way of the light as well, because usually I'd be standing like to the side, but I've got my phone here and then I've got my laptop set up here as well. Right, so I'll just animate this. So Lashley is just absolutely busted. Daniel Bryan. I'm gonna have to like re-rate this video. And then for added impact, you can kind of have Daniel Bryan kind of like clawing like that. And Lashley like looks back at him. I'm sure this match will look a lot more interesting once I've commentated over it and put like sound effects in and stuff. But at the moment, it looks like a squash. But yeah. I'm looking forward to you guys seeing the main events I've got planned. I've got Finn Balor vs Kurt Angle on tap. I've done that. I've got I filmed like a Lion's Den match. So you saw the cage fight between, I think it's Finn Balor and Ken Shamrock. That's coming out on an episode of Metal at some point. I got Pete Dunne and John Morrison. They're going to wrestle. And I'm going to do Cody versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship. However, I'm waiting on Cody Rhodes' AEW figure. If that doesn't get here by like near the end of September, then I'm just going to use my old figure, unfortunately. It is what it is. Oh, that looks nice. That looks nice. I like this. Look at this. Maybe I'm a bit too proud of it, but wait, I'll go back to the start. No hands. So yeah, here he is. Bit of the roundhouse and then bam, big time clothesline. That looks alright. And I'm just going to take a picture of Daniel Bryan just not moving for impact. And then Suzuki is just going to be very happy with himself. Trying to get a shot through there, through the turnbuckle of him. I can't remember when I said I was going to answer questions. I'll give it about 10 minutes. I'll answer a few quick ones. Women's Championship for each brand. I don't think I've got enough of a division, to be honest. I think I'll have the Women's Champion. Is it now Ember Moon? She'll go back and forth between the shows and sort of... There'll be like a feud on NLW and then a feud on Metal, and it'll kind of switch between the two with a little bit of threads drawn between. It's difficult to feature them as much because there's like not as much integration with the men's roster, although I'm trying to include more men and women's stories colliding, so look out for that. And probably I'm going to keep the tag titles just on NLW and keep the tag division exclusive to NLW, because now that the Young Bucks and New Day are having their feud, I think I'll move that exclusively to NLW. And I'll keep the Balaclava Metal for now. I'm not going to do a draft, and I don't know, I might move one of those, either GOD or the Good Brothers to NLW, and kind of have the tag team division here, because I've got Usos, I've got New Day, Young Bucks, all those guys. Right. Favourite promotion ever? AEW is pretty sick right now, I'm not going to lie. I'm thoroughly enjoying those shows. But New Japan is very good. End time going to be a 30 minute. 4 in the US. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'll try and do a tiny bit of animation. I'll stop at around 9 UK time, 4 Eastern. I don't know what that is Pacific, but yeah, I'll stop in about 20-30 minutes if that's okay with everyone, and I'll try and, because the match is, I'll do a bit of animation for 10 minutes, and then I'll do a bit of animation, 10-15 minutes, then after that I'll answer all the questions and I'll respond to all the comments that are left, so it shouldn't be more than 30-40 minutes left on the stream. But yeah, I'll finish this one off. Yeah, I got about 15 minutes. I'll quickly answer some comments. I want to do more death matches. I do want to have Darby Allin in there. The wrist hat. Yeah, I got that September, like last year, and it's just I'll show that. Yeah, quickly. It's kind of giving away my identity but it's kind of like a telltale sign. But it is what it is. It's all right. Yeah, I've not really been keeping up with Impact. All right, goodbye, XW owner. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for everyone who is still tuned in. I will end this at around I'll end this around 15 minutes, I'd say. I'll do one more move. I'll animate. What's the next move I've got to animate? I've yeeted my pencil then. Spear hits the turnbuckle. Right. I'll animate a spear hitting the turnbuckle. And then we'll call it a night, I reckon. So, Lashley is in control. Bryan is down. And we'll have Lashley kind of like stalking his prey, and he's waiting for Bryan to get back to his feet, because he's gonna pounce on him. Lashley waiting for him, and also sometimes I'll kind of cheat it. I'll move him forward so that he's going to spear the buckle, and it takes less shots on the camera to get in there. So, yeah, that's okay for now. I'll probably finish this match as well while I'm off the stream, because it probably won't take too long if I'm not answering questions and like talking over it and stuff. Yeah, it should be okay. I'm surprised I've been going this long, and to be honest, I'm very grateful that there's 35 people still watching right now. If you do want to watch it back, like, it'll be archived, it'll be on the channel. Right. So I've got him here. He's going to run, and usually I'll cheat this as well, because what you can do is you can have him kind of lunge. And lunge at Brian. Have his foot up, like that. Making sure to keep the hand out of focus as well. And then kind of moving forward like over there. Also have him like that. I don't know what the best angle to get would be, because I kind of want to, oh dear, kind of want to show that he's going to hit that buckle like that. That's too much of a jump. You can usually tell as well if it's too much of a jump. It's like this, and then boom, like that. That's where the impact is. I'll tell you what else I'm going to do after the stream. I'll put the turnbuckle back on there, and then lastly, that sounds like Lashley, and then have him go like that, and he's kind of going to whoa, like this. And use his impact on there. I kind of as well, a tactic I do when I'm animating a match to kind of like pace it, I'll think about what the crowd reactions are going to be in my head while I'm doing the move. So the crowd might be like, whoa, when he hits the turnbuckle, and I use that to kind of pace. If I decide to include another shot of Brian, kind of like this, so he'll kind of be like that. This is the last move as well, guys, but I will answer some questions in a bit. Yeah, so Brian will be like that. He'll be on the floor and he'll be like, what the hell, I just dodged a bullet there. And then he's going to turn his head, and then in just a moment I'm going to put Lashley on his knees like that. He'll kind of be looking at himself, and then you can, I'll do the yes kicks next. But so it's quite late. I'll just answer a few questions. So I'll do some quick fire, 10-minute quick fire, and then we'll get going. But first I'll show you the yeah, wait a minute. Oh, that's not the strongest animation to end on, it's a bit choppy. I'll delete one. Yeah, that's a bit better. Delete the photo, they didn't really fit. Bam, there we go, right. Back from the start. I don't know if you can actually see it properly. Right. There you go, he's going for the spear, bam, hits the turnbuckle, and Brian, he sort of looks his way. I'll quickly, I've taken, in the past 2 hours, 150 photos. Usually at this time, I'd be looking to take around 500. So I'm a bit behind schedule, but as you know, I've been on a live stream. I'll go through the whole match then, from start to finish so far. I'm only halfway through. But yeah, you see, he hits the pounce, hits the ropes, and then a belly to belly. And then Lashley picks him up for a delayed suplex. Brian's getting battered. And he's like, what's going on? And then finally, roundhouse. Brian tries to get back into it with another kick, but a big time clothesline. And then he thinks he's going to be over, but instead a spear. And this is where Brian's going to get back into the contest. He's going to fight back. It looks like he's going to win. Then Lashley's going to try and take it back. And then there's going to be quite an interesting conclusion, let's say. Right, so finally, 30 people watching right now. Or 28, I don't know what it is. Yeah, right. Quick fire questions, let's go. I'll answer as many as I can. Who was your inspiration to do stop motion? It was Captain McKay Random. His channel and his content is still awesome. LKS as well. In terms of like figure shows, I think WWE Steve-O, if anyone remembers him back in the day, he did some episodes and he had like this whole setup in his shed and it was so sick, and that just inspired me to continue growing the channel. So that was really cool. How do you know if a wrestler is done with NLW? I just feel like if I get tired of using a wrestler, or if something happens in real life, then I just don't feel like him using him anymore. If he's like, I don't know, if he's not been used properly in real life, then I'm like, will people really respond to him in the show? But sometimes I ignore that. It's a lot of different factors. Sometimes it's just that I want to refresh the roster. That's why John Cena was gone for so long, because he was in the show for like 2 solid years, or 3 solid years, until the point I got rid of him. And then people were clamouring for him to come back, so I brought him back. And now he's gone again for a bit. But I can confirm John Cena will return, so please don't ask me. Streams often? Yeah. That's cool. I would like to do more of them. It's just, this one's gone alright. This one's gone pretty well. The novelty might wear off, though, in the future. And that's what I worry about. But I will definitely do more live streams in the future, if I do have the time. I reckon around Christmas time, I want to do another one. But because I had the time now before I start uni, I thought it'd be an interesting thing to do. If I'm filming a match for maybe the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view for like the Pick Fed, I might have another live stream and a bit of a chat with you guys. But I'll see. I'm going to work on more Pick Feds. Do subscribe to BWW because they gave me money. Wait, let's go back. Yeah, thank you very much. Do sub to BWW. Thank you for giving me some money. And thank you to Lucas Wrestling Customs as well. Follow them on Instagram too. Right. Is there any more? Is there any more? It's interesting to see. Thoughts on the new NXT UK studio / arena? It looks so cool because it's been held in the same place that I think the Champions League football matches are. So yeah, that's it. Like the actual like studio set. Yeah, it should be really cool. I hope that. The trouble is, I don't know what the rules are in the UK in terms of like gatherings and stuff. I think it's much more strict. So I don't think you can run events, but you might. I don't know if they want to run the risk in terms of television production of putting people in the building at the moment, but still really cool. Maybe they'll do like a mini Thunderdome kind of thing with the UK guys. That'd be quite cool. Favourite match that I've done, or a favourite match in real life? Because I think my favourite match that I've done is either the Iron Man match, because that took quite a while. But the last Money in the Bank I did for the opening of WrestleMania 4, I'm really proud of that one. And that banged on YouTube, that was pretty good. Thank you for watching since 2014. Thank you for loving my vids. TNA or Impact Wrestling? TNA. I used to watch in 2010 and I thought it was amazing, but obviously in hindsight it's not. But I was just happy to see Rob Van Dam and Jeff Hardy on my TV again. Thank you Remy Montoya for loving the new NLW episodes. He's seen them already, and you can too if you head over to patreon.com/No Limits Wrestling. I'll go through the tiers quickly if you didn't watch my last video. Tier 1, like $1, gets you access to show notes, and also you get access to every Patreon requested video. So Remy requested a match, I'm going to do that. And if you, even just for $1, you can see that before anyone else. And then the second tier, I think it's called Rising Star, you get early access to NLW pay-per-views. I'll let you know more about that when Enter the Dragon comes out. And you get to request a figure setup, and you'll get a shout out for your channel during the video. So that's probably worth looking for. Then the next one is like $6, and you can request a pick-fed match, which Remy did, and I'll upload that to YouTube after I've uploaded it to Patreon. So that's a good one. And also the last one, $10. If you're a mega fan and you want to do it as like a one-off, then you can ask me to do an actual stop-motion match where the kind of reins are taken off a little bit more, and I'll insert a plug for your channel in an episode of NLW as well. But I'm hoping to add more to it in the future. It's just kind of in the trial phase at the moment. But yeah, Remy can vouch for you. I've given you He's seen the 4 new episodes of NLW before anyone else. If you want to as well, you can. I'm also making sure spoilers don't get out, so don't worry about that. But yeah, and then I think that's it in terms of stuff. You follow me on Instagram at NLWstagram, because that's where I'm going to do most of my video updates. NLW episode 74, if you're not on Patreon, it will be this Saturday, the 5th. Yes, and it'll be around, I think it's 6 o'clock UK time, 1 o'clock Eastern for the US. So do look out for that. I'll answer... I'll answer some more quickly. Do I like AEW or WWE more? AEW, although WWE is getting slowly better, I think, recently. So they're on the up. Hopefully they continue it. But yeah, AEW, it's just fun to watch every week. Punk and Randy. Hello, GSD Wrestling. 10... Oh, nah, right. ARW stop motion, triple threat does not cost more. Your $10 pays for more flexibility. So with the $6, you get a pick fed, which is like photos. And then that's one-on-one. And then $10 is a longer match, so it's like 6 to 8 minutes. So it's properly fleshed out, and there is more freedom. So ARW stop motion, if you do pledge $10, I will not only be forever grateful, I'll plug your channel like like crazy during NLW, and you get to see, and yeah, AJ versus Seth versus Omega, and you get to see it before anyone else. And I know I'll upload it to YouTube, so, and they'll have you to thank. But again, like, I don't need money or anything. It's just there if you want to contribute to the channel. So if you can't, that's perfectly understandable. I get it. I'm not gonna be mad. Like, at the end of the day, the fact that you guys like watch my content is enough. But yeah, it's just there if you want it for like something extra. I don't know. I will shout out. Yeah, I'll shout you out now on the stream. But yeah, I'll do regular shout outs if you're on Patreon, because that's what they're paying for, basically. That's what I'm saying. Remy Montoya, thank you very much. There's going to be more as well, and there'll probably be in every description of every video will be all of my patrons for the month. So if you watch a video of mine, check the description of those videos, because they'll have all the patrons for me to thank. And they might have some pretty cool content on YouTube as well, so maybe search them in the search bar, who knows. Will I do a face reveal? Absolutely not. Any figures you recommend? This Lashley is sick, and the Fiend is quite good. I like this Mustafa Ali. I think this is very good. Ooh, of that. Because I was worried my phone like stopped streaming at that time. Thank you very much. Comment Ali if you can see and hear me still. Did you hear me plug all of my merch? And not my merch, did you hear me plug all the Patreon stuff? All right, sound. As long as I put over the Patreon avenues and things. All right, sweet. Good. It's because my phone said low battery, and I was. That's probably a sign that I need to end it soon. But last chance. Any questions? I'll do some quick ones. Bam. I'll do the next 5 questions, comments. I mean, it can be anything, but you don't have to. Mox or MGF are all out. Got to go with Mox. I think MGF's good, but he's undefeated, and I think that it's time for him to be defeated. But who knows? I like Mox as champ. But MGF, I wouldn't mind. Any more? Will I do single animations ever? Probably not, because like the skill is, it's left to more skilled animators to do single animations. I think my weaknesses are kind of exposed with that. However, I don't know, maybe a single animation would be a good thing to add to a tier on Patreon. So I might add that in future, if it's requested. Can I use my editing software on the Mac? It's kind of difficult, because I've got Boot Camp, so I'm using, I've got Mac and Windows. But it works better on Windows, but yeah, I can use it on Mac. It'll be... actually, the Sunny Movie Studio, I'm not sure if you can use that on Mac. I'll have to check, but yeah. I do have a Roderick Strong Elite. Unfortunately, it broke. I got it for Christmas, and I bought it for myself and everything, and I opened the packet of the Roderick Strong, and I was like, yes, I get to add him to the Undisputed Era, and his leg came clean off, and I was like, devastated, but at the very least, Ringside were cool with it, they refunded me, it was fine, and I've still got the head, so I just placed it onto like an old Daniel Bryan Elite I had, so I've still got a Roderick Strong figure, it's just like, got the head on it, and black trunks, and that's pretty much it, so it's kind of like a custom, but it's better than nothing, and I got free head out of it, so that's okay. What's next for Adam Cole on NLW? Stone Cold Steve Austin is mad as hell at the Undisputed Era because they took out John Cena. So on episode 75, Adam Cole and the rest of the Undisputed Era come face to face with Stone Cold Steve Austin. What's going to happen? Find out then. Or go on Patreon and get early access to all 4 of the new series of NLW. Right. AJ needs push again. I think I want to push AJ more. You might not see it. Spoiler alert. Maybe he's not going to get a massive push in the next few weeks. However, I do have him penciled in for one big match in particular, and that will spark another push for him. So, yeah, he's not on for the next few episodes, but he will be back, I think November time, I'd say. And, yeah, he's got a good big things planned for AJ Styles, let's say. Right. Cool. Thank you, everyone. I think that's going to wrap it up. Like I said, go check out my Patreon if you're interested. If you want to do it as a one-off, you can cancel at any time. But again, I don't need the money. Thank you, BWW and Lucas Wrestling Customs, for donating to the super chat. It's very much appreciated. Also, follow me on Instagram. Said that already because yeah, that's what I'll do all my video updates. I've got a video coming out tomorrow showing off my Jax wrestling figure collection. Then on Friday, roster reveal. Saturday, NLW 74. Monday, I believe, is a... What is it on Monday? I think I'm going to recap everything that's going on in NLW, the storylines, so that it's not so confusing. And then, I believe Tuesday is an action figure setup. And then, I don't know what the schedule is after that, but then it's going to be NLW every week, starting this Saturday, Metal on the September 16th, and then that's going to be weekly from the 30th of September onwards, and then I think Enter the Dragon's like end of November. That's when it's going to start. But if you sign up for Patreon around November time, you can get it, the whole thing early. But I'll announce all that nearer the time. At the moment, thank you so much to Remy Montoya for being a patron. Lucas said he was going to be a patron, but I'll have to check through, see if I've got any new ones in the interim. Thank you for offering Lucas as well for a new Roddy, but I think the ones I've got is alright at the moment. Because I think I've managed to get a similar body type, so that's okay. Yeah, and Finn Balor, I want more thing for him, so yeah. Oh, Wrestling Evil Within! You missed the stream! Do you have a question? Anything? I love it that you just came in at the end. Oh well. Well, I will thank you everyone for watching. I'm never going to end it at this point. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Visit my Patreon, visit my Instagram. I will catch you guys later. Watch episode 74 on Saturday. Thank you, and good night everyone. Cheers for watching.